passions?
Yes, so we are going to be talking about living your passions, and this is a workshop that I've done in 2013, 14, 15. I think twice a year almost, and I can vouch for the effectiveness of it. And it talks about getting more clarity about what you wish to create in the world and how to go about it step by step. And you actually take actions in the time given between the calls. And at the end of the thing, you end up mostly, if you are aggressively choosing to work in alignment with your passions, you end up creating them, and then you can start all over again. So you can go ahead, Shobha, and explain.
Um,
Give an introduction.
yeah. So, live your passions um, actually opened up things for me in terms of the whole idea. Like we're talking about expansion today. Live your passions was a whole new way of looking at life. So, in that sense, it and concept. So I realized that the way most of us look at life itself is very limited in the sense if when you're talking about passions, it's usually about okay, what are your passions? So it's like it's just one part of your life where it's something that you do which you really enjoy, and the rest of your life sucks most of the time, and the rest of your life your relationships or other things or money or various things don't work for you. So live your passions is about your whole life 24/7. It's not just about enjoying part of your life and not enjoying the rest of your life. So so when we talk about live your passions, it's we are talking about how to identify the areas of your life where you're not enjoying yourself, where you're not having fun, where you're not feeling as good as you feel with the area that you are passionate about. So how can you your whole life be passionate? How can you live a passionate life? How can you have fun? How can you enjoy all the time? And how can you make all areas of life work for you? So that's the idea of live your passions, and I think it's something that everyone can benefit from, because many times we leave out areas of our life and not look at them or not work with them thinking nothing is going to change there. We don't expect any change there, so we only take our attention away from those and focus more on our work or more on our whatever else. So that also creates workaholics. If you see a lot of workaholics, they'll be working uh, trying to work more and more to stay away from things that don't work, even though they're important. For example, relationships. To some people, if relationships are not working at home, then they try to stay away from home for the longest time and spend more time on what they enjoy doing. But that doesn't help in the long run, because even this is important to you, and when you're not trying to create what you want there, then you're stressed out and it takes its toll in various ways, health, depression, or various other things. So the 6 weeks, what we do is, the first part is to identify, so what are all those things that are important to you, including what you call as your passions, and otherwise also what else is important in your life, what's most critical for your happiness. So identifying that is a process. It's not a random process, it's a very well thought out process where you list out all your important things, and from there we pick, again through a process, we pick things that are really important to you, and then the remaining 5 weeks are about how to create that. So if you had all those things in your life would be, you would be living a passionate life 24/7. So how to get there is the, sorry, so how to create that life once you've identified what's important, how to break it down and how to create that life get more and more clarity. So the idea here is that the clearer you are about the easier it manifests or actualizes. So the as you go step by step, you get clearer and clearer about what exactly it is that makes you happy. Initially, it's just a broad idea, then it becomes, as you do the exercises that are given to you for the next week or two, you get more clarity on what you really want, what you mean by what you said, and what you really want. And so, usually, by the time the 3 months or whatever gets over, most of these things that you've mentioned on day one would be on their way, not already done. Some people, this is already done in 3 months. Now I can look at something else. So that also happens. So this is not something that you cannot change. It happens. You can every 6 months or 9 months or a year, you can redo the whole thing, because what you've written earlier is done and you're already living that life. So if you can relook and see if there's anything else that you can change or you want to change. If it doesn't change, that's fine. But if you want, if you think now I want something else or these are my passions now, you can change to that. So it's a dynamic process which you can keep doing it on your own also, or you can join back a group energy is always fun to be with, but you don't have to. Once you've done it once, you can always do it on your own the next time. Yeah.
Would anybody like to share their experience of doing it before I go?
I can share. So I got some material which we did in the program. So we do a passion card. So when you do the program, you come to your top 5 passions or whatever, what you really want. So you make a passion card, like a top 3 or 5. So you make a passion card and you keep it, so you know these are, and that whole process itself is very interesting, because you think your passion is XYZ, but then when you go through the exercise, your passion is like ABC. So that itself is a big revelation, like, okay, fine, I don't know what my passions are, and I'm chasing things which may not make me happy, but is just because maybe others expect that from me. So that whole shift is very interesting and very nice. So you make a passion card, so that's like a almost like a daily reminder. And like Shobha was saying, the whole process of first narrowing down as to what your passion is itself involves a lot of shifts. And then you break it down further once you have that. You have something called markers, and also how will you know you're getting there? Like, what are the markers of it? And every session you come back, you go back and evaluate. Are you living? Are you, so you do evaluation where you are, and you yourself see the change through the course when you rank how much are you living your passion and how much are you thinking. So it's a very, so you have a lot of scientific metrics also to kind of track your progress through the, like people like me are like a little bit like, you know, they need more logic, like it's, you can see the shift happening through the course itself. And yeah, you also end up doing like a collage of what your life will be, so that exercise is very interesting. And you normally hold on, so mine is here, you can't see a lot about it, it's little crumpled up also, but then it's like putting your life on a chart paper, like what you want in your life. First of all, reaching to the point where you can dream that big is because of the program, and then you actually put it on a chart paper. And most of us hold on to the chart paper for a long time, because it's like, it's so much positive energy when you do that exercise of collecting and stuff like that. This we did in passions only, right? Or reflection back. So in that way, it's a very positive program, and it gives you a lot of clarity as to what you want in life and how do you, the markers, how do you go about it. And like Shobha said, right through the program itself, you see a lot of improvement. And after a while, you do see that you're living your passions, and it becomes a habit. There's no more effort required. And then you move on to find new passions. So it's a very nice, a very effective program. Like a lot of measurements keep happening. You keep checking from baseline, from where you started, how have you moved, and things like that. So it's a very efficient program, I would say. Like, so yeah, that's my piece.
else going? How it changed for you?
How it changed for me. Okay. Okay, one thing I'll say is passions is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For me, it was a lot of fun doing passions. Rather, I should say I'm still doing it, but yeah. Uh, Passions is actually the first like workshop major program that I did with Shobha. We did it with Manati, I think, in Jan 2020. It was like the opening of 2020. And I think, yeah, in fact, Nivi had recommended it. And then she said, you know, Shobha has so many awesome programs and like, this is something you should do. So we did it. And what it's opened up, like it's been literally like a Pandora's box because you know I had my set of passions or whatever and all that, but all the stuff that has that it opened up in all of my like you identify top 5 passions. Actually, it turned a lot of them inside out also in the way I was looking at them, what I got from them. So it was like completely getting a fresh perspective at things. Uh, Primarily, see, the reason I had done passions was because for me, I was at a point in my life where I was just focusing on maybe one or two different things like my work or career and, that kind of stuff. And there were a lot of areas in my life I hadn't really paid attention to. So what passions does is it's not just about like one or two areas, right? So it's kind of like it helps you take like a holistic view of, gauge your life and figure out what, and it actually for me, it also helps me connect with, what are the other things in life I'm excited about, not just like about work, but other things that I'm excited about. So like even what Varati was saying, stuff that comes up, you never realize. Like for me, it was like doing inner work and like I wanted to do all of that stuff that turned up on my passions. So I was like, what? Me? I mean, that kind of stuff. So that was one of the biggest things for me. The other thing with passions was about how to engage with what I choose. So where you choose like your top 5 passions or whatever. So the whole methodology through the 6 weeks and stuff helps you create. It gives you tools with which you can engage with them, and uh, focus your attention, and it's like give it your energy in the right way. It's like, are you really focusing your attention there? Are you giving it the right energy? What are you doing with it? So there are so many tools that come up. It's just like, yeah, there are the visualization techniques which are a lot of fun, the vision board that Manati showed and all of that, but there are many other tools about like how you're paying attention and stuff, which really help on a day-to-day basis to get there. So that was another thing about passions, which was really cool, which I really enjoyed. And yeah, it's like, I think by the time you do it, or for me, it was like another 4, 5 months, and then I could look at my passions list. And pretty much I was like, okay, I'm ready to do a new set of passions. And in those, like, we did it in Jan, right? Yeah, Jan to June. So, in the 6 months, like I did one draft of my script. I started writing like, short films and stuff. So all of that got done. I wanted to, one of my passions was to work prolifically and create whatever work. So that kind of stuff happened. Another of my passions, like I said, was about like inner work. And then I had this thing about building a personal relationship, having a life partner. And coincidentally, or I should say, it's the universe, because the way I look at it, I believe the universe is just conspiring and making Shobha come up with all of these programs for me. Because Shobha came up with all of these really exciting programs through like these last 6 to 8 months, which have just been life changing, and I'm not exaggerating there. But we did a whole set which actually helped me work with my, where I was standing and engaging the family relationships and personal relationships. So just expand your universe and all of that. So, all of this stuff came up. So it is not just the passions or the list that you do, but so many other things start happening around you, which actually just help you. Like once you start focusing your attention on the passion, you start realizing that, there are other things which are coming along, helping you, driving you towards that. So that's why it was so much of a fun journey. You get like, you really get to engage with yourself, discover, and so much magic happens along the way.
So I'll share an example from one of my passions, which I didn't realize was a passion, was to have a home and where I could work and to actually own a home. I never thought I would really wanted to own a home. But then when you come into the understanding that this is the passion that you'd like to own a home, I don't like EMIs, I don't like part payments and stuff. And I have this point that there's a viewpoint that I have, or a belief that I have, that you cannot have such a big thing because that's a lot of money, and you end up paying a loan and stuff like that. I hate loans and all that. So I said, okay, I'll just go with the flow. What got created was my father-in-law suddenly said, after 2 weeks of writing in detail about how I like, what I'd like and all that, he offered to actually gift a house. And it's exactly as described as how I'd like it. And starting with looking at the swimming pool from my second floor bedroom window, we live on the second floor today, and there is a swimming pool there. So to that effectiveness of how it has turned out. Anybody has any questions? You can leave your email in the comment section or the chat, so that we can schedule a 15-minute with Shobha and also send the recording. Eventually, of course, this will go on YouTube. Yeah.
There's one
Okay,
other thing I want to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Expand
No,
your
just-
university starting on Monday. That's what I wanted to inform.
Yeah, starting on Monday, 17th.
Yeah, Pallavi.
Yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about, passions, or just share, is that generally, like, I think till I did the passions program and stuff also, you know, we generally tend to look at passions as like, what are you passionate about? Like that one crazy thing, you know, that like that junoon, as you say in Hindi, on your head. But once I actually started doing the program, and even like looking at the stuff, it doesn't have to be about like those crazy, it's actually stuff that opens your heart up and makes you happy and fills you with joy.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, you know, people might think, oh, it's like, it's not about like, okay, you know, finding that one passion about becoming like a Da Vinci or something. It's about really living your life fully, completely. So that's something which I did not actually realize till I got into passions, to understand what the whole, in fact, just the definition of what passions were.
Yeah, it is about asking ourselves questions about what did I come here for? Did I come here to live my life joyfully, or did I come here to live only a part of my life joyfully and suffer the rest of my life? Yeah. And change
One
that.
more thing that's coming up is when we get clear about what we'd like, choosing in favor of it or choosing against it. Are we paying attention towards it, or are we paying attention in the opposite direction? We come up with, okay, I'd like to have this, but we never write it down. We never acknowledge it. We never really see it because either it's too big. And when we actually look at it and say, oh, it's too big, and then there's a lot of stuff that comes up, and then we move into the opposite direction. So, and when we become aware that we're moving in the opposite direction, that's when you stop and say, stop. That's the way you want to go, not this way. So that changes.
Yeah, it's basically about choosing, but even to choose, you need to have clarity. So because we don't have clarity on.
So Parita has a question: can teenagers opt for this program? I would say yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Best way actually to get more clear about whether it is what they want to do, you know, with further studies, or it's not just the studies aspect, you know, they're not very clear about what they'd like to create in the world. So I think the younger the child is who can actually understand the process and do it, best. They get it earlier.
But they need to choose the program. If they're forced to do it again, they won't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Like anything else. Parents especially. There's a nice movie. I don't know why it's coming to my mind now. I saw it recently. It's on Netflix. It's in Marathi. Called Ek Sangayache or something like that. I think Ek Sangayache. So it's about this parents children thing, issues, how parents want their children to be something and how children feel pressurized and what happens. It's interesting for all counseling and access and other people to watch the subtitles.
Parita says she's watched that movie.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone. If there is no other questions, we will wind up.
Recommended books. Send us your email so we can keep the conversation going
Yeah.
for books or otherwise.
Otherwise, you can note
Or
down.
there's a phone number also. Nivedita's given her phone number.
Yeah.
On screen, you can see it.
It's 812-521-8637. Indian code +91.
Yeah.
Thank you.